What's good, YouTube? It's Quinn Wade, basketball analysis, coming to y'all with another video. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. Also, check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. If you want a t-shirt, you can message me on Facebook. I got different type of logos and images. You can get any color shirt, or you can change the logo on the shirt. Just message me on Facebook if you're interested. What's good, YouTube? Quinn Wade, basketball analysis, coming to you a video on Friday. Today we're going to talk about a well-known and well-respected free agent and Jamal Crawford, and if he will make it to an NBA roster this season. Now, he's a guy that has been a multiple-time Sixth Man of the Year. He's known as a guy that can come off the bench and get buckets, give you 15, 16, 20, sometimes even 50 points, depending on what playing time he gets. He's a guy that you love having as a backup because he can come in and give you a lot of points and play multiple positions. You can play him at the point, and you can play him at the 2, and sometimes you can play him at the 3, depending on who's out there and how they're guarding him. But he has gotten a lot older. He's not as athletic. He's not as explosive. And his jump shot, he takes a lot of difficult shots because he can't blow by people, and he has to settle for those jump shots. And obviously, going into the season, he was a guy that I thought would have been on the roster by now because of his respect and being a fan favorite in the NBA. But in Minnesota, he's coming off a year where he only gave him 10 points in 20 minutes. He shot 41 from the field, 33 from 3, and 3.9 shots from the three-point line. He still gave you 90% from the free throw line. He gave you 1 rebound, 2 assists a game, and only 1.2 turnovers. And he played 80 out of the 82 games, and he started none last year for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And those numbers are solid, especially when you put in perspective that he's a 38-year-old. He's not a guy that's up and coming, fighting for a spot, trying to prove himself. He's a guy that already solidified his legacy. He's already shown that he's one of the better scorers and one of the players that accepted coming off the bench when he was at his prime and said, hey, if I want to win, if I want to compete for championships, then I'm going to have to come off the bench because that's what's best for the team, and this is what's best for my career right now. And that has allowed him to humble a lot of other players and knowing that, hey, I might be good, I might be worthy of a starting spot, but if I want to win championships, if I want to compete in the playoffs, I'm going to have to, humble myself and take a lesser role than what I expected. And once he came off the bench that time, he came off the bench a lot. And even when he was with the Clippers, he was an integral part of that team, especially him and Chris Paul lineup, especially in the fourth quarters. And he basically gave you 14 points a game with the Clippers, and he played a long period of time with them, even having it as a home after playing 5 straight seasons with the Clippers. That was one of his longest stints with other teams. And obviously when he got to the Minnesota, I thought that he would be a good addition. And they honestly needed somebody to come off that bench and give him a spark and come off that bench and give him some shooting because they lack shooting, including three-point shooting. And Jamal Crawford is a guy that can knock down them shots just because he shot 33% from 3. That's okay. It's not great. It's not bad. It's not terrible. It's respectable, especially when you combine his age and his work ethic to still be able to stay in shape and get quality minutes, which is 20 minutes a game, and still produce 10 points a game on decent shooting for his age. So I am a little surprised that Jamal Crawford wasn't able to get on the roster right now. It is a couple teams right now that can afford him and might look into bringing him. But I'd be surprised if he retired because he loves the game of basketball. He kept his body in good shape, and he still can physically get past enough people and create as a shot, especially coming off that bench. And he might get less minutes as he get older, but he's still a quality NBA player, especially if you're only going to pay him $1 to $2 to $3 million a year. He's going to at least give you double digits off your bench and give you some playmaking at the same time. And also, he's a guy you can rely on because he's been able to play a lot of games for the last couple of seasons and not really suffer any significant injuries, because that's another reason why his career was prolonged, is because he can stay healthy even though he's at advanced age for NBA, because the NBA is a young man game, and Jamal Crawford is fighting father time, but he still is a quality player at this point, which is kind of crazy for him to be 38 and not that athletic, and to still be able to give you 10 points a game on 41% shooting. That's kind of impressive for a 38-year-old. But like I said, it is seems like the Bucks. I think they can use him. I think the Wizards having that other guard and that other guy can use him coming off the bench, even though they have Austin Rivers and Kelly Oubre. I think it's no problem with them bringing a guy like Jamal Crawford off the bench, especially because he's a veteran and he knows how to win, and he knows, he played with Austin Rivers before, and John Wall is a pass first point guard, and it can be a little Chris Paul dynamic with Jamal Crawford and Bradley Beal or even John Wall on the court. He can shoot off the ball and he can shoot on the ball, and he gives another person that can knock down late second shot clock shots, and that gives and open up another spot for him on somebody's roster. So I can see him even playing for teams like Golden State just to chase a ring. If they would give Nick Young a shot, why wouldn't they give a guy like Jamal Crawford a shot when he probably plays a little bit more versatile than a guy like Nick Young that's just a spot up shooter? And you still got Iguodala, you still got Sean Livingston. Why not add another piece that can only help you? And for the price, and even the Thunder, even though they over the salary cap, I can see them probably trying to get Jamal Crawford down there. They tried out Derek Fisher, obviously. They tried out guys like Kevin Martin and stuff at their later career, giving them a scorer. Even the Blazers is a team that I could potentially see them going back to, because they need that scoring punch off the bench, especially for Damian Lillard and CJ to get injured. Having a guy that can give you 10 to 15 points by himself can very well help you. Even a team like the Rockets, I can definitely see them interested in Jamal Crawford. And Jamal Crawford already reached out to the Philadelphia 76ers saying that he's interested in playing with them. And that's a team that has a lot of young talent and starting to add veterans around that young nucleus. And adding Jamal Crawford, when you do have enough salary cap for him, he's still a quality player at the age that he's at. Even though he probably should, play 2 more seasons, because like I said, he still has a lot left in the tank. For his age, for him to be able to, evolve his game, stay relevant, fame-wise, and still put on the show when he's on the court at 38 is highly impressive. But you look at a team like Philly, and you look at that bench, losing Marco Bellinelli and Ersan Ilyasova, having another offensive weapon to come off that bench will also bolster it, and probably give them some more playmaking too off that bench. I do like Markelle Fultz, but Markelle Fultz can play the one or the two just like Jamal Crawford. So having both of them can only really help their offense be even better coming off that bench, because you have two guys that can create their own shot and get to the basket and give you free throw shooting balls, or give you outside shooting on or off the ball, which only helps, having more options like that is better, considering that you're not giving up anything besides a roster spot to a guy that can still produce in stretches. You don't have to rely on them every game. You don't need them every game, but it's good to have a player like that for insurance, So I think Jamal Crawford will definitely not retire. I think that he will find an NBA team for the next 2 years. Will he play for the same team? I cannot tell you. Or will he just play for two separate teams? I don't know that either. But all I know is watching him last year, sometimes he did look old. Sometimes he seemed like he was frustrated, but he still was able to go in there and do what they had discussed when he came to Minnesota, and that's come off the bench in limited minutes and play your heart out, play your game, and he was able to go out there and achieve that with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, could he be beat back with the Wolves? I doubt it, because it seems like they're going with players that Tibbs likes more than what they really need. But at the same time, it didn't really work as well as another team would for Jamal Crawford. So at the end of the day, Jamal Crawford is a guy that's going to find his way on the team because of his name, and because he still can come off the bench and give you some valuable points, while also doing some point guard playmaking in about 5 to 10 minutes a game will not be bad for you either, because he's a solid passer and he draws a lot of attention when he's collapsing and breaking down a defense, whether it's getting from the pick and roll or just getting passes to his his defender and making the right pass, whether it's a dump off, whether it's a kick out to the 3-point line, or whether him just scoring the basketball and keeping the defense honest because he can knock down jump shots, knock down threes, and create havoc offensively. Now it is a young man game, and Jamal Crawford is a guy that we still look forward to seeing, whether he's playing out in the NBA or even playing in the Drew League. He draws attention. He's exciting to watch, and he's a fan favorite when it comes to the NBA. And I would love to see him stay in the NBA until he's 40. And I think he can still give you double-digit points in 15 to 20 minutes because, he's going against bench warming players too. Ain't like he's going out there dominating against the best defenders in the world. He's going out there playing against bench level talent, and most of those guys are out there either trying to prove themselves or even are not ready for a guy like Jamal Crawford. They're gonna underestimate him, and he is gonna go out there and have fun, play his game, and go out there and do what made him what he is, and that's go out there and score and give you a little bit of playmaking. So I definitely think Jamal Crawford will be on the roster. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. Also, check out my t-shirts on analysisplayground.com. There you will find my logos and my t-shirts that I'm selling. You can get any color t-shirt, any color logo that you want. And at the end of the day, just message me on Facebook and we can get the details worked out and I can get you one shipped out. Thanks for the support. Thanks for watching. And thanks for continually to be loyal subscribers to my channel. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm gone. And let me know if you guys think this is the last year for Jamal Crawford or this is another thing that he has to get past, which is finding a roster, finding a home for the next year and just going out there and playing this game. Do you think he's overrated, underrated, or do you think that he's done? Let me know in the comment section below of your opinion, and I will be gone.